Good evening. This is Dr. Lauren Dew, and I am bringing you a program called Say a Word About This. Tonight, we will delve into the question, what if your church is your abuser? We're doing the simulcasts with YouTube and Blog Talk Radio. And those of you that are tuning into Blog Talk Radio know that we will go into much more detail. And those of you that are following on the YouTube, if you would like to uh, see that detail, hear that detail, listen to it, then I want you to go to, after the program, blogtalkradio.com/dr DUE. blogtalkradio.com/dr DUE. And there you will be able to pick up the whole program in its entirety. I welcome you wherever you are. I'm finding that many are listening and downloading these programs at a later time rather than coming to the chat room and asking questions and participating in that manner. So I'm just thankful that you're listening and that you are considering the issues that are being brought to you and that you're finding solutions to life's challenges, and that you will just get it in your spirit that pain is not for life. I will say that many times because one of the things that we will also be doing eventually is having the Pain Not for Life Foundation. But this is about the pain that so many of us in the past suffered, and some of you are dealing with that pain now. And so I want you to be comforted and to know that there is a better way. Using this subject tonight, that what if your church was your abuser, I want you to know that if you go to our website, drdew.com, drdue.com, you'll find just a number of references and cross references to these issues, as well as the first book where we wrote on don't say a word about this, exposing and confronting sexual perversion. We deal with the various things in the Bible. We've expanded that, and we will have a book soon that goes into much more detail. But this one, I believe you can actually go to the website and get the PDF free. So check that out. Now, tonight we're going to look at, when I say look at, we're going to talk about these whole area of church abuse and some of the things that I personally encountered, some of the things that individuals have shared with me over my lifetime of what they went through, lived through, endured, suffered. And you know what I found, one of the things that I found, a very sad thing, that so many, after suffering the pain of abuse at the hands of some man or woman of God who was the so-called minister, they left the church. And I'm finding that there are many who have not returned and have made vows, actually, not to return. And I hope that's not you. I hope that you're not one of those. But if it is, understand that man, every man that's on the planet, that's been on the planet, other than Adam, He was perfect, then he fell. And Jesus, who was perfect when he got here, while he lived here, and when he left. But every other man and woman has imperfections. And those pastors that abused you, those ministers of the gospel that abused you, shame on them. It talks about it in Jeremiah, what's going to happen to those people. And Jeremiah prophesied it. We'll talk a little bit about what Jesus has to say about these issues in Matthew. But just know that Jesus loves you. And Jesus is not the author of confusion, nor the one that spewed the hate that you were subject to. And I hope that you will really reconsider and know that maybe you have to do as some have done, who finally have said, okay, I've stayed away from the church long enough, and they've gone to a different place. They didn't go back to where they came from, but they went a different way and found the love, found the friendship, found the fellowship, found the joy. So, but abuse is real. And so this is not a subject that we're talking about that is imaginary. No, it's real. We'll get into the detail as we get into the actual program. But I just want to tell you out there in YouTube land, and you pass this video on, let others know that yes, it's real, but there is a real way of coming out of it. There's a real way of overcoming it. There's a real way of being able to release and to let go and to forgive and to move on and to be able to serve God, now in the beauty of holiness, to be able to be free and to let that pain go, let that anguish go, let that bitterness go, that hate. I know, I've been there, and you can do it. So I want to just tell my YouTube listeners that, I've said it and I'll say it, keep saying it. Pain is not for life. You don't have to carry the burden of that bitter pastor, that bitter evangelist, that bitter bishop, that bitter mother of the gospel. You don't have to carry that bitter pain of those who ridiculed you and said and did all kind of things against you. You can be free. So come to drdue.com, drdue.com, if you would like to actually send a letter or a note about this. Feel free to send us a correspondence at P.O. Box 273048, 273048, and it's in Fort Collins, Colorado, and our zip code is 80527. 80527. Send us a letter, send us a note. And then if you want to really just jump into it and get right down to it, call us. And when I say us, it's my wife and I. My wife and I work together in the ministry, but on this Wednesday nights, I pretty much do the sharing and the teaching. But we work together. We're on the air 3 other times. So we're here for you. And you can call me, a real easy number, 970-204-1559. Let me give you one other number too. 970-231-1511. This is Loren Dew, and you can go to the drdue.com, send a letter to our P.O. Box, or call us at that number. All right, I'm going to leave you with this thought as we continue the program with the those on Blog Talk Radio. But to you YouTube listeners, pain is not for life. You don't have to bear it nor carry it. Let it go.